it's Money Monday. Let's see what Spirit has in store for us this week. It's the week of March 9th, 2026. But when you find this message is when you're meant to receive it. Let's take a look at the tarot, and then we'll pull a message from the universe to finish up the reading. Let's call in Spirit. Okay, Pisces, let's see what your money story is about this week. Hope that you're all doing well. If you're new here, welcome. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want, if you like my videos. Welcome back to all my subscribers. Thank you for being here each and every day. Thank you for all the comments lately. It's been really nice hearing from you. It makes me feel like I'm part of your lives. Happy birthday to anybody that's out there. And thank you all for the birthday wishes as well. So I'm still getting those birthday wishes from yesterday. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a money story for Pisces, so take it as it resonates here. Not all readings will resonate with everyone, so let's see what's going on here. Angels, guides, ancestors, what is the money story for Pisces? The week of March 9th, 2026, please. Queen of Wands. The Hangman. Ooh, we got lots of stuff here. Okay, well, let's just take them all and let's see what the story is about for Pisces. Okay. Back of the deck, we do have the Four of Pentacles. You could be overspending at this time, Pisces, for what you don't see. You're kind of open at this time. There could be some financial insecurity. You may be giving a little bit too much to other people or just spending a little bit too much at this time, Pisces. That's for what you don't see. There is a confidence about you, though, with the Queen of Wands here. You're feeling self-assured that, you know, the money's coming in, but you may be spending a little bit too much lately. Perhaps you're wanting to buy things, you know, for investment, things like that. Spirit is asking you to pause, though, and with the Hangman here, and maybe look at things in a different perspective. You might want to look at your finances altogether. You may be overspending at this time, but you're feeling a little confident. Maybe things are you're feeling optimistic about your future when it comes to your finances at this time. But Spirit is calling you to look at things in a new perspective. There may be some things that come in that you're uncertain of when it comes to your finances. It feels like there's a lack of planning going on here with the Page of Swords here. So perhaps you are spending a little frivolously at this time, Pisces, or not really seeing all that you're spending. So Spirit is saying, you know, take a moment, take a pause, and look at things in a new perspective. Things may be coming in here, but you may be overspending just a little bit here. There's a lack of planning for the long term when it comes to your finances. I feel like Spirit is saying take a break. Take a break here and look at things a little bit differently. You may be overspending, like I had said. I know I repeat myself, but it's Spirit actually saying it again to me, so that's how I read. That you need to look at things in a new perspective here, because it feels like you're not quite seeing what you're doing, in other words. So Spirit is saying, take a pause, take a break, look at everything in perspective here, okay? You might be overspending a little bit. You know, maybe you're not planning for the future. In other words, maybe you're spending whatever comes in, you're spending it right away. You're not looking at the bigger picture. You're not looking at long term, something like that. You want your freedom to be able to do what you want. And I understand that here with the Eight of Swords here. But you're also a survivor, Pisces. So I feel like you have gone through financial hardships. You've had moments where things have been better. It feels like things are better right now. But Spirit is reminding you of the financial hardships that you've been through before. You are a survivor. You need to have a new awareness because you've gone through these times where it's been difficult for you financially. And even though things have been okay for you right now, Spirit is reminding you to look at the bigger picture here. So if things are better right now, there may be a new awareness that needs to come in order for you to really look at your finances and plan for the future here. We don't want you to, in other words, go back to the past by something that you've gone through in the past where, you have an inability to make ends meet in the past here. Let's do some clarification here. Please clarify the Queen of Wands, please, Spirit. Okay. So it feels like, you're nurturing things. You're liking things. You could be spending more money in your home at this time with the Queen of Pentacles here. You're feeling very independent, maybe spending things on the home, making it feel more like a home at this time. There's a lot of nurturing that's going on right now. So maybe when the overspending is actually, you could be investing into your home. So even though the money spent is going to a good cause, Spirit still wants you to pause and look at everything. Please clarify the Hangman, please, Spirit. Please clarify the Hangman. So we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So I think what Spirit is saying here is to take a pause to really look at your legacy, to look at your wealth as a whole, to look at, long-term success. As I was stating before, like looking at your long-term investments. Do you have enough money to retire? Do you have enough money for a rainy day? Do you have enough money if something breaks? That kind of feeling here. Please clarify the Page of Swords. So we have the Three of Cups here. So I feel like, there's a lack of planning for, perhaps things that could come up in the future, such as a celebration. There could be some type of party, a lack of planning on this part. You could be planning a party right now. So maybe you're spending money on the party. Maybe the party is in your home. But there is a lack of planning when it comes to perhaps, social events, things like that could come up in the future. Or if you're doing that right now, there's a lack of planning when it comes to your finances. Please clarify the Ten of Wands. So Spirit is asking you to take a little bit of a break here so that things can be more balanced. This is Libra energy. You need to find balance in what you're spending and what's coming in. There needs to be, what you're spending, you have to think to yourself, is this money going to be coming back to me? How am I going to refill the pot, in other words? Please clarify the Eight of Swords. You do like this freedom that you have. You've been a survivor in the past where finances have been difficult for you. And it feels like, you really need to see the truth of that because things have been really hard for you in the past here. And with the King of Swords, it's really seeing the truth of the matter and using your head over your heart when it comes to spending. Please clarify the Six of Cups, please. And it seems like, in the past, you definitely were having some times of survivorship when, it was hard to make ends meet. And Spirit is reminding you of that. So, yeah. With the Three of Wands here, it's like, you need to have a foresight, in other words, to see what could come in the future. You need to be aware of what's going out versus what comes in when it comes to your finances. It seems like you're in a good place right now, Pisces, when it comes to your money, but you may be overspending a little bit. It could be on the home. It could be for a party. It could be for things like that. And you're feeling really good about it. But Spirit is asking you to take a pause, okay? Look at everything. Reminding you of what your past was like. You may have gone into a survivorship kind of mode here, okay, where you had an inability to make ends meet in the past. And Spirit is saying, look at this situation from the past. Use your head over your heart when it comes to spending. And look at the foresight, of what the future could hold here when it comes to your finances. What is the future hold for Pisces when it comes to their finances? What is their money story in the near future here for Pisces, please, Spirit? So it looks like you may have some disagreements in the future about what you're spending. There may be some stress here. So I think this is a warning for you, Pisces, that you could be overspending at this time and it could stress you out in the future. You may have to retreat from spending in the future here because of stress. So something could be coming in. What is the stress here? Business. So business may be having some stressful moments in the future. So you might want to look out for that, Pisces. So overall, what I'm seeing here is, having the discipline when it comes to, here's the Emperor, having the discipline when it comes to your finances. So things are okay right now for you, Pisces, but you may be spending a little bit too much. Spirit is advising you to really look at things in a different perspective. Remember what you've gone through in the past when things were tough. You went into a survivor mode. You were clinging on to anything and everything that you could at that time. And Spirit's wanting you to see things in a new perspective here and really nurture yourself and your future. Really thinking about what could be in the future, as it seems like in the near future, if you continue in this pathway of overspending, you can find that you will be stressed out in the future because business may not be as good in the future. And you'll be going through some type of private failure or fear of failure in the future here. Let's pull a message from the universe to finish up this reading here for you, Pisces. But yeah, it seems like, things are okay for you right now, but Spirit is advising you to really be careful and really watch this overspending. Make sure what's going out is coming back in. Please, message from the universe to finish up this reading for their money story for Pisces, please, Spirit. A message from the universe to finish up this reading. So we have, your time is coming. Everything is coming together for you, but you must see the universe. You must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes, and don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in the way. So again, you manifest your reality. You manifest the money that you make. You manifest all of these things. So there could be a fear underneath as you are spending. And when you have that fear underneath, you're manifesting that there's going to be trouble. And I feel like that's what Spirit is advising you in this reading here, Pisces, is that, you may know that you're overspending right now and you really need to kind of reel it back in a little bit, take a pause, work on your manifestation skills before you spend more money and turn that thought pattern into abundance instead of fear of what could be, because you've been in this place before where things you've gone through a survivorship when it comes to finances in the past here, Pisces, where things were much harder for you. You're doing okay right now, but you're overspending a little bit. And it's okay to really want to spend on the home or maybe a party or whatever. Just watch what you're doing, okay? Pay attention to the bottom line. Be a leader in your own life. Be disciplined when it comes to your money. And don't overspend for just the sake of overspending here. So that's the message I have for you this week for your money story, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Please hit the hype button, hit the like button, hit the thanks button if you're called to do that. Hit all the buttons if you want to. And I will see you next week for your money story and tomorrow for your daily. Please have a wonderful day today, and please be kind and compassionate to one another. Namaste.